You're welcome to VINDAL'S Academy. In today's class, we are going to solve the past question of 2024 mathematics Waec question. So I would like you to sit back, relax, get your writing materials, and let's take it one step before the other. I want to warn you that your mastery in mathematical question is not just how fast you are. Even though as a matter of exam, speed is important, but what is more important is your analysis of the question and the accuracy. And I'm going to be solving this my way. So remember, this is going to be the continuation of the last one I solved, which is number 6 to number 13. If you're ready, let's get started. Always remember, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, share, and comment. So if you're writing this exam, or maybe you're a student or you're a teacher, let's get started. I have the question written here, at least to know the final answer, not to have a mistake because of the length of the video. What I'm going to be reading, I will be pasting the question on the screen if you have it. Number 6 question here is what I am going to solve. Number 6. Number 6 said, given that x plus 2, 4x plus 3 and 7x plus 4 are consecutive terms of a GP, they say find the value of x. All right. So if you look at the question, we have the first term. You know, if you have a GP, GP is like first term, second term, and third term, and so on to nth term. That is the term. Sometimes they don't use this term. Some people will say the first term of a GP is A, second term is AR, then third term is AR raised power 2, and fourth term is AR raised power, 3. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, and then so on and so forth. You have AR and raised power minus 1. So this is how a GP is. However, they have given us the values of the first term, and they say that the value of the first term is x plus 2. Then the next term is going to be 4x plus 3. And they also say that the last term is 7x plus 24. Okay, so these are the terms, and we're asked to find the value of x. Now remember that in a GP, we say that this divided by this is going to be a common ratio. So that means second term divided by the first term is giving you common ratio given as R, or we also say that the third term divided by the second term is going to give you also common ratio. So for that reason, it means that if T2 over T1 is something as R and T3 over T2 is something as R, that means I can say T2 over T1 equal to T3 over T2. That is the principle. Now let us apply it. This is T2 divided by T1, so 4x plus 3 all over x plus 2, that is T2 over T1 is the same thing as T3, which is 7x plus 24 all over T2, which is 4x plus 3. So I have done this. So this has led me to an equation. So what do I do to this equation? I'm going to clear this fraction. So I'll say this multiplied by this. Please, if you are writing Waec, don't you ever do this. Some of you will always say, let's cross multiply. You cancel the equation. Don't do that. Some fanatical markers will charge you that you've canceled the equation. So don't do it. So let's go. This into this is going to be 16x squared. All right. This times this, that. Then this times this. Okay, let me do it in a better way that will carry some of you along. I'm going to have that 4x plus 3 multiplied by 4x plus 3. This times this. Even if that is what you're doing, you are not supposed to cancel the equation. And this is going to be equal to x plus 2 multiplied by 7x plus 24. We're going to have a long way here. Okay, so I'm going to have this into this is going to be 16x squared plus this times this is going to be 12x plus 3 times 4x is going to be 12x plus 3 times 3 is going to be 9, which is equal to, so x times 7 is going to be 7x squared plus x times 24 is going to be 24x plus, starting with 2 times this is going to be 14x plus 2 times this is going to be 48. All right, so this is the equation I have. All right, so let us take the like terms. If you look at this, like terms are this and this, because the one having x squared with the one having x squared, they will combine. That means they are like terms. So I'm going to say, since this place is positive, if you cross over to the other side of the equation, it's going to be negative. So I'll have 16x squared minus 7x squared. I have dealt with only x squared. So the next thing I'm going to do is with x, because remember, x squared is different from x. So I having plus this is already 24x, of course. But then there is 24x here and there is 14x here. So what should I do? I will bring them all to the other side of the equation. Since they are plus and plus, they will come here and become minus. So I'll put it minus 24x minus 14x, all right? Then I'm done with x. Let me go with constant 9. Then this is going to be plus 9. Then 48 is going to be minus 48. Everything is equal to 0. So this is going to be 16 minus, sorry. So 16, so we say 16 minus 7 is going to give me 9x squared, of course. So 9 plus, yes, of course, this is plus 24 minus 24 is 0, minus 14. So that plus is not going there because this 24 minus this 24 is 0. What is left in minus 14x? So this is minus 14x. Then the next thing is going to be 9 into this. So if I say 40 minus 9 is supposed to be 39. So this is going to be minus 39 and everything is equal to 0. So yeah, so at this point, I am going to handle this aspect. So what I'm going to do first is, how do I simplify this? How do I simplify this? I will first say 9 times 39. So if I say 39 times 9, 9 times 9 is going to be 81. I'm writing 1 carrying 8. 9 times this is 27. 27 plus 8 is going to be 35. So 135. 35, sorry, not 135. So it's going to be 35. So 351. So you should be asking yourself, what are the factors of 351 that we add together to give us 14? So it's going to be 27 and 13. So 27 times 13. So I'm going to have, because remember, this times this is going to be negative. So everything is minus 1, minus 351. Now, at this case, you are going to have the factors to be 27 and 13. So it's going to be plus 13 minus 27. Let's find out. 13 times 27 is going to give us 351. So what I will do here is to have that. I will open the two brackets, everything equal to 0. I will have x, x plus 13, all right? Then x minus 27. But then remember, because 9 is at the back, 9 is the coefficient of x squared. I'm going to divide this by 9. And I'm also going to divide this by 9. So if I take it up, I'm going to have that x is equal to minus 13 over 9. And then, or x is equal to 27 over 9, which is what? 3. So the values of x, which is the common ratio, the value of x here is given as 3 and minus 13 over 9. So the right thing we are going to choose is 3, not minus 13 over 9. So this is the answer for this first one. So this is the answer for the first one. So let's go to the next question, the common ratio. So 6b, we are asked to find the common ratio. How do I find the common ratio? Now remember that the common ratio is this. I've already made that conclusion here. So common ratio is given as T2 over T1. T2 is 4x plus 3 all over x plus 2. Remember what I mean by T2. T2 is, this is the first term and this is the second term. So this is T2, which is second term, divided by T1, which is the first term. If you do this divided by this, you are going to have a common ratio. So, but the value I am choosing to be the right value of x is the positive x. and that is 3. So I'm going to have r is equal to 4 bracket. This is 3 plus 3 all over. X is 3 plus 2. So r is going to be equal to, this times this is 12 plus 3 divided by 5, which is what? Which is 15 over 5, and r is 3. So the common ratio is 3. So this is number 6. So let's wait while we go to number 7. So please, if there is anything you find difficult here, or probably you found it, you know, you didn't understand the explanation I gave, the comment section is there to ask why I did what I did, and there will be an explanation for it. So let's handle number 7. All right, so this is number 7, and in this number 7, the question says that the total number of people according to this stat is 20. So they say number of people here is 20, and we were given that if x is to y is in the ratio of 1 is to 2, we are asked to find the value of x and value of y, and that is 7a. In 7b, we are asked to find the mean of this table. So from this table, this is under statistics. So what we are going to do is, first of all, we are going to find the total frequency. All right, we are going to use the total frequency to be able to find the value of x and y. Then when we finish that, we now substitute x and y into these values, then find the mean. All right, so what I'm going to do is to say that total frequency is equal to number of people. Okay, that is the equation. If I can do this equation, I can find x and y with this help. Okay, so total frequency is going to be, this is 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. So it's going to be plus 8. Remember, I will only add ordinary numbers if I add the x and y. So this is going to be 2x. This is going to be 2x plus y is going to be 2y. And everything is going to be, number of people is what? 20. So what I did was to add everything in the frequency and equate it to the number of people, which is 20. So what should I do? I'm going to have that 2x plus 2y is equal to 12. I'm sure you know why. So 8 is plus here. It's moving here is going to be minus. 20 minus 8 is going to be 12. So I'm going to factor 2 out. X plus y is equal to 12. Therefore, x plus y is going to give me 6. I'm sure you know what I did. 2 divided itself 1. 2 divided is 12 is going to be 6. So I have this equation 1. But there is something they gave us in the ratio. They say that if x is to y is 1 is to 2, that means I'm going to say that x over 2, oh no, not 2, x over y is going to be 1 over 2. And this is equation 2. So this has led us to simultaneous equation. And I want to use this opportunity to be advising some of the teachers. If you realize what Waec is doing over the past 8 years is this: they will give you a question that will lead you to either quadratic equation, or it leads you to simultaneous equation, or lead you to ordinary simple equation. So we are no longer interested in, can you solve simple equation? Can you solve simultaneous? Can you solve quadratic? All we are interested in, can you interpret already given question to leading you to simultaneous, quadratic, or simple equation, as the case may be. So that is what Waec has been doing over the years. So it will help you to guide you on how you prepare your students. So the next thing I'm going to do is to find this. So I'm going to say that this means that y is equal to 2x, because y times 1 is y, and x times 2 is 2x. So that is this. So I will use this to solve into this equation. So I'm going to have x plus 2x is equal to 6. You know now, what I mean is, this is x. All right, sorry, that's not true. No, this is y, and this y is representing 2x. But the x is there, so I have x plus 2x. So this is going to be 3x is equal to 6. X is going to be 6 over 3, and x is going to be 2. So x is 2 in this case. So I can find y. Remember, this is y. From that place, I know that y is equal to 2x and y is going to be 4. Because x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So I have found the value of y and I found the value of x. So see how I'm going to represent it as a y external. I'm going to say that x comma y is equal to 2 comma 4. That is the value. All right, so after this, I am asked to find the value of the mean. Remember, for mean, this is 7b. Mean, which is given as this, x bar is going to be given as total summation of fx all over summation of frequency. We already know summation of frequency is 20. Summation of frequency is already 20. So let's analyze this table. So what I'm going to do is to add the whole thing here. Okay, remember, if I add everything here, this is what I have. Okay, yes, that's what I have. Everything here is that. So I'm going to say that this means that 2x plus 2y plus 8. I know it's 20. Oh, so no, I can't do that. I was thinking different. Okay, so what I will do is this is going to be my x. Okay, let's say age. And this is frequency. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So under 5, the frequency is 2. Under 6, the frequency is what? So that is where I will do the work. 2 times x is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So this is 3 all over. Under this, y is what? Y is already given as 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then that under 8 is 4. Under 9 is 2. And 10 is what? Y is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So I'm going to have fx. So that I'm going to have this summation of this whole value. 5 times 2 is going to be 10. Right? 6 times 3 is going to be 18. 7 times 6 is going to be 42. 8 times 4 is going to be 32. 9 times 2 is going to be 18. And 10 times 3 is going to be 30. So let us add everything here. So that is what we call summation of fx. Okay, let's say this is going to be 40. This is going to be 58. 58 plus, okay, let's so this is going to be 28. 28 plus 42, which is 10. 70. 70 plus 32, 102 plus 18, 120 plus 30, 150. So everything here is what? 150. We already know that everything here, summation of f is equal to 20. Therefore, x bar, which is the frequency, which is the mean, is going to be given as 150 all over 20. You know, it's very important to always state this. So if Waec is marking you now, seeing this alone, they may give you 1 mark depending on their marking scheme. So this cancels this. I'm having 7.5 years. You must write the unit of the age or what you are looking for. So this is the answer to number 7, A and B, I'm sure. Okay, correct. Number 7, A and B. So we are going to number 8. So the number 8 is bearing. Bearing, you know, number 8 is bearing. Okay, so that should be 7B, not A. This is 7B. All right, the bearing question says, it says, 2 observers, Abu and Badu, 46 meters apart, observe a bird on a vertical pole from the same side of the bird. The angle of elevation of the bird from Abu's and Badu's eye are 40 and 48 respectively. Full stop. If the foot of the pole, Abu and Badu are on the same horizontal level, they say illustrate the diagram, illustrate the information in a diagram. So this is a question that has to do with analysis, diagrammatic analysis. We are going to do them. Now, there is something I must point out here. 2 observers, Abu and 46 apart, on the same observe a bird on a vertical pole. So this is going to be my vertical pole. That is normal. So this is the bird at this point, B. I'm not going to draw a bird like some of you think. I'm not going to draw a bird. Just use a point to represent where the bird was hung. So that is the point where it is hanging. Yes, where it is. But then this is a horizontal line. Of course, every pole must have a horizontal line where Badu and Abu are staying. And one more thing, the pole must be at angle 90. The pole is not going to bend. It must be straight, perpendicular to the horizontal. So the first person is staying here. So the first person must be here. I don't know the person, but I'm going to use the angle to find the person. And I'm sure the question must be good enough to know and to agree with the principle that I know, which I'm going to explain. All right, so the next person is here. Now, let me tell you one thing. Now, this is the horizontal level of where the bird is. This is elevation actually, not depression. So the first person must have a bigger angle. This person must have 48 degrees, closest to the angle 90. So let me call this place F, which is the foot of the pole. So the next person must have a smaller angle, and that is angle 40 degrees. Now remember, they are 46 meters apart. So what am I going to place? The first person is Abu and 40. So under 40 is Abu. So this is my Abu. The next person is B, and they are 46 meters apart. This is what I'm going to do. Now, look at why I did it this way. Because when I was learning this, it's always having issue with me. The angle that is closest to the foot of the pole is what should give you the bigger angle. Simple. I don't want to explain much. Then from F to B, I'm calling it X. And this is the height of the pole, small height. And I am asked to draw the diagram. So guys, this is my diagram. If I want to be too good, I will say from here to here is going to be my 48 degrees, and then from here to here is going to be 40 degrees, and everything is cool. That is pure. That is true. Okay, so at this point, this is my diagram, and any person marking this should give me 5/5 if the drawing is going to be 5 marks. So that is 8A. So let's talk about 8B. 8B said if the okay, he said calculate correct to 1 decimal place the height of the pole. 1 decimal place the height of the pole. So let's do it here. The first thing I'm going to do is, let me help you. Remember, the space in your Waec question paper is small. So there are some things you should be careful. Let's do it here. I'm looking at only B, F. Oh, I can't have B and B. So let me call it BA, B sub A. So B, or let me call this one B prime, B prime. So B prime and F, I'm looking at it as a separate triangle. So that is going to be opposite over adjacent using SOHCAHTOA. Somebody should say, why not use SOHCAHTOA? Why not use cosine rule or sine rule? No, because of angle 90 is a right angle triangle, I must use trigonometric ratios, and this is the acronym. So, and that is going to be tan 48 is equal to opposite over adjacent x. This implies that height is equal to x tan 48. So I'm not using calculator, so I'm going to tell you what tan 48 is. I'm sure. Oh, I don't think I did that. Okay, tan 48 is, so h is equal to 1.1106x. Remember, you must be working with 4 decimal places, so that when you round off to one decimal place, your answer will be good. So the next I'll ignore that there is no line here. I'll look at the whole triangle BAF. So I'm going to have 40 there. I will say tan 40 degrees is opposite, which is same height, all over adjacent, which is x plus 46. Now, this is for you to have a uniformity. I will show you what I mean, or relationship. And that is h is equal to x plus 46 tan 40. And then let us equate them, because if h is 1.1106x and h is x plus 46 tan 40, it means that I can say that 1.106x is going to be the same thing as this. So what is tan 40? Tan 40 is 0. Okay, so tan 40 times x, tan 40 is 0.8391. So it's going to be 0.8391x plus tan 40 times 46 is going to be 38.5986. All right, so I have done that. Remember what I did? I said that this x plus 46 times 40 is equal to 1.1106x because they are h. Yes. So at this point, I am going to subtract. I'm going to have that. If I subtract this, I'm going to have 0.2715x, because I say 1.1106x minus 0.8391. I'm going to have this, and everything is equal to 38.5986. Let me clean the other part of the board. Okay, so I am now going to divide through. I'm going to have that x is equal to 38.5986 divided by 0.2715, and x is given as 142.168. Now, I'm sure it should be in meter. Good. So remember, I am still going to solve to one decimal place, but I will do that at the end. So everything I will keep on going with the number of decimal places that is bigger, at least 3 or 4. So at this point, I'm looking for height. I will use this value to do for my height. It is easier for me. So I'll say that height is equal to 1.106 x. But I have already found x, so height is equal to 1.106 bracket 142.168. So height is given as, if you do that very well, you're going to have 157.9. So, and this is meter. This is the value of the height of the pole according to this question. Okay, so the next question should be number 9. So let's clean the board and handle number 9 question. Okay, number 9 question is circle theorem. The analysis is through circle theorem. Okay, number 9 says, number 9 question says, the diameter of a circle of center O is 26. Okay, so number 9, this is circle, this is a circle of center O, and this is diameter. Diameter is, let's say, from this point A to point B. So that is what I mean by A, B, and they say it's 26 cm. 26 cm. If a chord PQ is drawn such that it is 5 cm from the center of the, from O to center of the chord. Okay, so this is from O, and let me draw my own chord. This is PQ. PQ, this is a straight line, and that is a chord. So they say from the center to this, to the middle or to the center of the chord is 5 cm. All right, so from here to here. So this center of the chord, I will name it, I will label it. So I'm going to label it m. All right, so at this point, calculate to the nearest whole number the POQ. 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 All right, so that means I must have my radius. This is my radius. So I'm using broken line to present it. This is R. This is R. Okay, I already know my R, but I'm looking for from this to this. So let me do it so that you can see it well. So I'm looking for the angle of the whole of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to, remember this must be angle 90. These are conditions. So if diameter is 26, radius is going to be diameter over 2, which is 13 cm. So this radius is going to be 13 cm, and this radius is going to be 13 cm. So I'm sure you are watching the analysis. Watch what I'm doing, maybe so that will be easier to for us to understand. So I'm looking for, I can call it alpha. Let me handle that. So I'm going to have that from that place. See the triangle I have made. This is angle 90. Let me call this O. Let me call this P. Oh, no, it can't be P. P. This straight line is at M. So this is M, and this is Q. Good. I don't know this angle. This angle I'm calling it alpha. And this is 5 cm. Remember, this place and this place are the same thing, because this line from the center must have divided the angle into 2 equal parts, and divide PQ is also into 2 equal parts. So I'm going to say that this and this are the same. Let me use these 2 lines to show that PM is same thing as MQ. So this is 13 cm. So I can find this alpha. Once I find this alpha, I can multiply it by 2 to find POQ. So I will say that cos alpha. Somebody will say, why using cos? Why not tan? Why not sine? This is adjacent and this is hypotenuse. So from the socatua, K is there, adjacent and hypotenuse. So that is going to be equal to 5 over 13. Alpha is going to be cos inverse of 5 over 13. Alpha is what? Now with calculator, so I will just, then this is going to be 2 cos inverse of 5 over 13, and alpha is going to be given as 135 degrees. So what you do is cos inverse in your phone of, and this one 5 over 13 in the bracket, whatever you get, multiply it by 2, you have 135. So that is 9b. 9b said we should find the area of the minor segment formed by PQ. So from here, this place I'm going to shade right now is what I mean by minor segment, and the formula for that is area of minor segment. Area of minor segment is given as theta over 360 times pi r squared minus half r squared sine theta. So what this means is, remember, from all the way to this place is the area of a sector. All right, so sector minus this triangle is going to give you the area of the shaded portion. So I'm going to have that theta all over 360 times, theta is this, theta is already given, oh sorry, alpha is this, theta, which is the angle given as, the angle I'm asked to find, POQ. So angle POQ is given as 135. So that means 135 times theta, which is pi, which is 22 over 7 times r. R is 13. So 13 squared minus half r is 13 squared sine theta is 135 degrees. So if you open this bracket, very properly, you're going to have the value of 139 cm square. So that is the question for number 9. Let's go to number 10. All right, number 10 question. So in number 10, so that should be number 10A. And the question says, in a man's will, he gave 5/2 of the total acres of his family Coca-Cola to the wife and 1/3 of what is left to the family. So the rest of the farm was shared amongst his 3 children in the ratio of 3:5:2. Given that the children who had the least share received 8 acres, calculate the total acres the man left. So now from this question and from the analysis I have here, from the question I'm going to analyze it this way. I'm going to say let the total acres be X. Let the total acres of land be X. So in that case, the man gave 2/5 of the total to his wife. So I'm going to say that his wife is going to have 2/5 of the total value. That is 2/5 times the total value. That's the number the wife got. And 1/3 of what is left. So what is left? Let me say left is going to be X minus 2x/5, which is going to give you 3x/5. You know how I got it? 5 times x is going to be 5x. 5x minus 2x is going to be 3x. So this is what is left. So this is remainder. So this is what is left. When he carried the whole of the x, he gave 2/5 to his wife. What is remaining is 3/5 of the total. Then what happened? And 1/3 of what is left to his family. So the family is going to have 1/3 of what is left. So 3 cancel 3, we now have x/5. This is what he gave to this family. All right, he gave the family, but then we still have to find what is left, because after giving, this is what is left after giving to the wife. 5/3 was left. Then from the 5/3, he gave 1/3 to the family. So what is left? What is going to be left here is we are going to say remainder after giving his family. We are going to have 3x/5 minus x/5, which is going to be 2x/5. So this is what is left after he gave his family. So what did he do with what is left? And the rest is still the same thing as this. So I'm going to say this is called the rest. The rest, which is the remainder. The rest of the farm was shared among his 3 children. And the 3 children, they divided it in this ratio, 3:5:2. I do not know whether it's by age or by height. I don't know, but it was not stated. So, but what I'm going to do is, I'm going to find the total ratio. Total ratio is going to be, this is 8:10, because I'm going to say 3 plus 5 plus 2 is 10. That is total ratio. Now, look at what they say. Say the child who had the least share received 8 acres. The least share is this, so it's going to be 2/10 is the child that has least share, multiply by what is left, multiply by this is what is left, because this is what they use to share amongst the 3 children. So the least child has 2/10, because this is highest before this and this is the least. So I'm going to have 2x/5 and this is equal to 8. All right, so in that case, 2 and 2 is 4. 4 divided itself is going to have what? 4. 4 divided 8 is going to be 4. So this is going to be 50. Are you sure I'm correct? Okay. No, this is going to be 2. Because I say 2 divided 8 is 4. 4 divided 2 divided 4 is 2. I'm correct. So we have x is going to be 50 times 2, which is 100 acres. You need to state that the number of x is acres, so 100 acres. If you don't put these acres, you are likely to lose some answers or some marks. So that is what is 10A. So let's go to 10B. 10B says what? Now 10B says number of acres the wife received. the wife received 2/5 of the total. So the wife is going to have 2/5 times 100 acres, because the x there is this x and the x is 100. So this into this is 2, which is 40 acres. So the man gave 40% of the land total to the wife. Such a good man. And let's go to number 11. Okay, let's go to number 11. And number 11, the question says, find the equation of the line that passes through the origin and the point of intersection of the line. So we are given two lines. The equation, remember, every equation, any simple equation means a straight line. So we have x plus 2y is equal to 7, and another line is, I told you people, Waec of the past 7 years is only testing your simple equation and quadratic equation, nothing else. Every question they ask you must lead to that. Simple equation, quadratic equation only. So every school should concentrate on learning applications of simple equation or equations involving word problems leading to quadratic or word problem leading to simultaneous. That is just it. Now, this question is just testing your simultaneous equation understanding with relating to coordinate geometry. So when you have two lines intersecting at these 2 points, then we are looking for, look at this. You have a particular line and another particular line. If they intersect here, it means there is a value for y on the vertical, and then there is a value for x on the horizontal. So you can only solve this simultaneous equation simultaneously to be able to get what is x and what is y, which will be true for both equations. So let's just solve. I'm going to solve simultaneous by saying x plus 2y is equal to 7, equation 1, and x minus y equal to 4, equation 2. Somebody will say, how do I know which one is equation 1? There is no equation 1, there is no equation 2. Anyone you call it is what that will answer for you. You model the mass to what you want. So in this case, I'm going to use the elimination method. X minus x is 0. Then this minus this is going to be 3y. Of course, 2y minus, then there is a minus, which is plus. And this is 3. Y is equal to 1, because 7 minus 4 is 3. Y, I'm dividing both sides by 3. Y is 1. If y is 1, then what is x? From this equation, x minus 4. I'm too faster than my x minus y is equal to 4. So in this case, y is 1, x minus 1 equal to 4, therefore x is 5. So the coordinate in this case is going to be 5, 1. This is the coordinate for this equation. So I found the equation. But remember, what I am asked to find is the equation of the line that passes through the origin. So but makes intersect with this point. That means that particular line I am looking for is this line. Yes. So the line also has x and y to be 5 and 1. So in this case, I'm going to use this equation. Y minus y1 all over x minus x1 is equal to m. What is m? M is the slope. And how do I find the slope of this line? I'm going to find this because this particular line, which I use as dotted line, has two coordinates, which is 0, 0, and 5, 1. So this one, I'm going to say that m is given as y2 minus y1, which is the formula for finding the slope, and then x2 minus x1, which is given as, let me call this one x2 y2, x1 y1. So this is going to be 5 minus 0 all over. Are you sure I'm correct? Y, okay, I'm going with y, not x now. 1 minus 0 and 5 minus 0, which is 1 over 5. So my gradient is 1 over 5. So I will go back to this equation and substitute m to be 1 over 5. So I have y minus, remember y1 is still, y1 is 0. Am I correct? Let's continue. Then x minus 0 is equal to 1 over 5. So what I have here is this implies that y over x is equal to 1 over 5. That simply means that x is equal to 5y. Oh, let me confirm if that is the answer. 5y is x, and that is true. So that is the formula, that is the answer for 11b. Okay, no, that is 11. Oh, sorry, that is just 11a. So let us solve for 11b. In 11b, I'm cleaning this side. Now 11b says the ratio of an exterior angle to an interior angle of a regular polygon is 4:1. So one interior angle is given as n minus 2 all multiplied by 180 degrees. That is for one interior angle. Then one exterior angle is given as sorry, I must divide it by n, correct? So divided by the total number of sides is going to give you one interior angle. And one exterior angle is given as 360 divided by n, 360 degree divided by n. So if this is one interior angle and this is one exterior angle, and the question is saying that the ratio of an interior angle to an exterior angle is 4:1. And means 1 in English. So interior to exterior. So I'm going to have one interior. I'm being so simple. One exterior is equal to 4/1. So for this reason, I know what is one interior. One interior is n minus 2 over n multiplied by 180 divided by this line. 360 over n is equal to 4:1. So n will cancel n. We'll have that n minus 2 divided by 360 times 180 is equal to 4:1. Sometimes, sorry for doing what I do sometimes, and that is true. I know it works. So in this case, this divide this, and I have 2. So I have n minus 2 all over 2 is equal to 4. N is 10. So the number of sides is 10. So what am I asked to find? Find the number of sides. I have found the number of sides to be 10. And the next thing I'm asked to find is the value of the interior angle. So this is 11BII. This was 11BI. 11BII means find the value of the exterior angle. Exterior angle is 360 over n. This is one exterior angle, and that is what I'm looking for. And that means 360 divided by 10, which is 36 degrees for one exterior angle. And find the value of the sum of the interior angle. Sum of the interior angle is given as this. The value of one interior angle, which is n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. I'm sure. So this is going to be n here is 10. 10 minus 2 is 8 times 180 divided by 10. This cancel this. 8 times 18. Now 8 times 8 is 64, right? 4 carry 6. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 6 is 14. Okay, sorry, they say find the value of the sum of the interior angle. So I'm not dividing by this. I'm not dividing by this. I'm not dividing by this. So this is what I'm supposed to have. If I'm looking for sum of the interior angles, not sum of one interior angle. So that is what it is. So let's go to number 12. All right, you're welcome. Let's continue. This is number 12 and this number 13. I want to really make an emphasis on this circle theorem and what Waec is really looking for. I think they have done that for a few years now. So what we are going to say is, look at number 12. We are asked to find this value of x, which is TQP. The one at the middle is what we are looking for. Then we are asked to find QTS. All right. What I'm going to do is, remember there is one law called alternate segment. Look at what it says. If I have a circle and there is a chord, any kind of triangle on this chord, I mean different chords that makes contact with this tangent, that this place must be equal to this place. This is theta, this must be theta. If this is A, this must be A. I'm going to apply that here. So now there is the angle at the center. Remember that they said that twice the angle at the center is equal to the angle at the circumference. So I'm going to say that angle 2 times angle TSQ is equal to angle TOQ. Now, TSQ is what? TSQ is this place. And TOQ is 56. So 2y is equal to 56. Therefore, y is equal to 28 degrees. So if this place is 28 degrees, then x is 28 degrees, because we call it alternate segment. Therefore, I'm going to say that, therefore, angle TSQ is equal to, what is that angle? TQP is equal to TQP. What is the condition? We must write condition. Alternate segment angles are equal. So, but I was supposed to write this twice the angle at the circumference, twice the angle at the circumference equals angle at the center. So that is that. I have gotten x. Simple. I'm looking for QTS. I'm looking for the whole of this angle. Now I can do this. I have this particular triangle, which this place is already 28 and this is 109. I don't know here, and that is from here to here. Then I can also find this place. If I find this, I add them, I'll get my answer. So sum of angles in a triangle, I am trying to maximize space. All right, so I will still keep this. I want to keep this. I will use it to solve this as well. So let me solve this. This is 180 minus 109 minus 28. So this is going to be 180 minus this is going to be 132. It's going to be 132. So this angle is just 180 minus 109 minus 28 is going to give you 43 degrees. Okay, so if this place is 43, I'm looking for this place again. To get this place, I can just say that angle, sum of angles in a triangle of isosceles triangle. This is theta and this is theta. So I'm going to say 180 minus 56 divided by 2 is equal to theta. And the theta there is what? Okay, I've gotten that theta to be 62 degrees. So 62 plus 43, this plus this will give you the angle I'm looking for from here to here. So, and that is going to give you 105 degrees. So that is how to solve the question for number 12, battling with space. So let me solve this number 13. A few more analyses are going to be done here, I think in a more broader way. So in number 13, Okay, the question is already on the board. So let's just deal with this one. What am I looking for? Should be. Question is what am I? Okay. I am asked to find ACT. Find ACT. ACT. So I'm looking for this angle, angle X. All right, how do I handle that? I'm going to say that this place is 60. Yeah, see what I'm saying here. Look at this. Look at the pattern. Just look at the pattern. There is a tangent. There is a triangle and another triangle. Triangle means touching the circumferences, okay? Touching the circumference. So this angle and this angle are the same thing. We call it alternate segment. So I'm going to say that angle ATP is equal to angle ABT, and that is 60 degrees. Why? Angle on, okay, let's say alternate segment. That is the first thing. So since I'm looking for ACT, all right, I don't even think that would have helped us. Okay, this place is also 44. This place is going to be 44. Yeah, so how do I handle you? Okay, so if this, I can find this place to be 120 degrees. If I get, I'm looking for here, I add it to this place, I will get my answer. Okay, there is one thing I have to do. Okay, see what I've been suffering. There is a statement here that said TC bisect BTQ. BTQ. So if this TC bisect this angle, see, from here to this place is BTC, but this line now divides this into two equal parts. Therefore, this place is 22 degrees, and that's what I've been looking for. That statement was what I didn't read the question very well. Okay, so let's go. This plus x is 180. So I'm going to say that 120 plus 22 plus x is equal to 180. That is sum of the angles in a triangle. So this is going to be 142 degrees plus x is equal to 180. Then x is going to be 180 minus 142. 100 is 0, is 4. Okay, so this is going to be 38 degrees. All right, so this particular value here, this place, which is going to be ACT, is 38 degrees. All right, the next question said here is, I think that is the only thing we have to solve in that part. So there is another question that says something. He says that the radius, that the circumference, it says that the circumference of a circle is 11. It says that the circumference of the circle is 11. Circumference is this. C is equal to 2 pi r. That means that C is 11. But then they said something. They said that the height of the cylinder is 3 more than 6 times the base radius. That means the height is given as 3 more is plus 6 times the radius. So I am asked to find the height and the radius. So let me find the radius. To find the radius, I will go back here. This is going to be 2 pi. R is equal to 11. R is going to be 11 all over 2 times 22 over 7, which is something as 1.75 cm. So this particular question, radius is 1.7. So to get height is 3 plus 6 times R. So this is 3 plus 6 times 1.75, which is given that height is 13.5 cm. I'm sure you see non-meter. So, and the last question they said, they say we should find the volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder is given as pi r squared times height, which is 22/7 times pi. Sorry, r is given as 1.75. Remember, it's squared times height. Height is 13.5. And if you multiply them through, you're going to have 129.94 meter cube. If it is meter, then this should be meter, and this should be meter. All right. All right. Thank you so much for being part of this lesson. Always remember to share this video, comment, like, and share it. Have a nice day. And I wish you success in your exam.